express that and explore that is because of how dangerous and how like harmful homophobia is within male communities, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you go out and kiss a guy, you might get fucking jumped, right? Like if you kiss a guy on the street. Now, this isn't to say it's
Yeah, because I know it gave you. I tell people when you go to these conventions, it gives you confirmation of how far you have grown in your career.
Yes.
And also, I'm pretty sure you had a bunch of the top towns that you haven't shot with say, "We seen your video."
Yes. I've had people who come up.
You can make money off of it.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, let's just keep it 100. The girls nowadays don't give a fuck about the money; they want to go viral.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, people want to go.
So it's kind of like a lot of the girls that don't show their face with the feet, it ain't because they make more money with the feet. Back to where you're not doing the content how you're shooting content, but you're not shooting with everybody that got their mama. Now it done kind of, the circle done closed up a little bit to make yourself. Hello. I don't feel like showing my face today, so y'all getting a audio video today. And y'all know what it is. It's time to smoke this over. It's Thursday morning. I hope you got your coffee. I hope you got your weed. Welcome to Smoke This Over, the Smokers Lounge. You know I am Cameron Southern Champ, a.k.a. the porn rap star, the host of this wonderful podcast. Let me run through these sponsors real quick. EroticismMagazine.com, BlushErotica.com. Also, Past That Apparel, as well as SmokeKind.com, the king of THCA. Please use the referral links in the description for wonderful discounts and sales that are going on with these sites. Also, you can find me 5 days out of the week at FullSWATRadio.com, as well as SGPRadio.com, as well as SkyHawkAfterDarkTV.com, people. And also, don't forget about my other wonderful podcast where I discuss pro wrestling smoke, which I drop every Monday afternoon. Go check it out. New episode up as we speak. So, been a very interesting week. Not just on the world scale, but for myself. A lot of things been happening with the podcast. A lot of thoughts that I'm having. Things that I'm looking to change, revamp, and so forth when it comes to podcast, from the Premium Smoke Room to the main podcast, Smokers Lounge. So be in tune for that. Hopefully I start work this week. I was irked that I went to the job site last week and they told me, no, you're supposed to start next week. And I'm like, really? So hopefully, as y'all hearing this, I'm actually doing my orientation, period. So, the other day on Twitter, I posted a video, and I posted on all my platforms. And my sister decided she wanted to call and say something about me because she's worried that me talking about my premium smoke room is going to cause Duke to fire me or some bullshit. They're not. You know how many motherfuckers in sex work, podcasting, or work in healthcare? And I don't think they're gonna give a shit about a podcast, to be honest with you. Plus, I don't work for Duke, I work for Airmark, so let's make that clear. Now, but the hardest part of being a podcaster is sometimes you're gonna piss people off with what you say. And that's something that you have to learn and navigate as a podcaster. Everybody's not going to agree with your opinion. Everybody's going to agree with your stance. And you're going to rub people the wrong way. You're talking to a dude that don't give a fuck about that. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, it's my opinion. I'm going to speak my opinion. I'm going to speak my thoughts. I'm going to speak my truth. My mama told me, don't bite your tongue for nobody, not even me. Especially once I turn 18. Because at the end of the day, the point of my platform is for me to talk about what I want to talk about and speak upon what I want to speak upon. So when I sit here and talk about the Premium Smoke Room, The reason why, because I get sick and tired of females. The first thing they holler out their mouth is, I don't feel comfortable flashing my tits for free, and I didn't get no clients from your show. Baby, you're foolish to think that somebody's going to listen to my podcast and go to Trice or Mega Personals and book a session to fuck you for 30 minutes to an hour. A lot of these ladies are misguided thinking that their friends are going to come listen to the podcast. No, let me make this clear. Your fans not listen to the podcast. My fans are listening to me interview you on the podcast. I'm giving you the opportunity to gain new fans, to subscribe to your shit, to follow you. I never guarantee that you're going to make fucking money from doing my podcast. But see, that's the stupidity of some of you ladies. And yes, you can get mad all you want to if you hear this or this pertains to you. But yes, it's stupid to think that me going on a podcast is going to make me a shitload of money. No, bitch, it's just going to make you get hurt. Many podcasts, if not majority of them, do not pay. We are not DJ Vlad. DJ Vlad, the only one that pays. And let's look at his guests, shall we? How many of them are porn stars? OnlyFans girls? Smoke that over. All of them are celebrities, right? That are well more known than your ass. And they're not known for having a dick in their mouth. So unless you're going on Vlad or Vlad contacts you, do not expect the podcast to pay you. The payment is your ass coming on my platform, getting to introduce your people to my smokers who may get a membership, who may follow you, or become a fan. The key is to stay relevant. You know how many girls, when the internet became king, couldn't switch over and got left behind, and now just coming back to porn and complaining it wasn't like it was before? Because the game done changed. At the end of the day, I didn't want to interview nobody. I decided to interview because I felt that the world needed to hear y'all stories and to see the beauty that I see when it comes to my brothers and sisters in the porn business. A podcast is not a come up. Okay, let's make that clear. A podcast is not a come up. Y'all need to stop that bullshit. I am not a fuck boy. Let me make this clear. I don't give a shit about seeing y'all tits. The tits is for the premium smokers. I don't give a fuck. I just did a show with Katie Bratt. She didn't show now fucking nipple. You know how many chicks didn't show no tits? Hell, the VIP smoke room live I did last week, Charisma, Rizzy, didn't show her tits to the end of the show. Some girls don't show their tits at all. All I ask them to do is to wear sexy outfits to show off to the fans. If they want to show their tits, they want to show their puss, it is at their discretion, and it's optional. I do not force them to do anything. How the fuck can I force you? I'm not even in the fucking room. The fuck you think I am? Some type of psychic? So I hate when a female, when she sit here and say, I don't want to do your show because I don't feel comfortable showing my tits and such. Well, bitch, who the fuck said you had to? See, the problem is, it ain't my fault nobody's spending money to fuck your monkey ass. It ain't my fault that you ain't making enough money on your OnlyFans or your mini vids. That ain't got shit to do with me. That's you. Can y'all stop blaming podcasters, male talent, and male producers for your shortcomings that you can't sell a fucking fuck scene? Don't blame the fans or anybody else because you can't sell your pussy. That ain't got shit to do with me. That's all you, boo. Maybe you need to motherfucking wash your shit sometimes. Maybe you need to suck the dick a little bit more and put a little more spit on that motherfucker. Problem with y'all women. Y'all love blaming men for everything the fuck else, but instead of looking in the goddamn mirror. I can't make niggas come buy your shit, but you can. See, when a girl says that, they tell me one thing when they say that to me in my DM. Your money ain't money. You ain't making no money. When a bitch sit here and say, you're going to pay me for an interview, they're telling me you ain't making no money. Maybe you come on my podcast, maybe you might get some sales, you dumb heifer. See, let me explain something to y'all people. I'm about helping people. I'm here to show you how to fish, not to feed you fish, motherfucker. A lot of y'all girls think y'all making some fucking money. Y'all making goddamn drill bits by showing your fucking pussy. That's why you're asking me to pay your ass. But here's my question. If no one knows you, why would I pay you as if people do? Yeah, I get Miss Daphne. Everyone knows her. I get Miss B Nasty. But demeanor, the throat goat, who the fuck know you, bitch? Who the fuck know you? Nobody. Let me see what it is. Nobody. No one knows you. Boo-boo, majority of you motherfuckers ain't even gonna be in the game next year. Because you ain't making enough money because you thought you having a fat ass and big tits were gonna make you instant money. No, bitch, it's about your personality. Let's be real. Do you think Bonnie Blue the finest woman in the goddamn building? No, she's not. But she making more money than some of you bitches that think you better looking than her. Let's go there. And I posted that video so people can understand. You first do my free podcast. Then I ask you, are you down for doing the premium smoke room? You know what you can say at that moment? No, I'm good. If you bring me back, just bring me back the smokers round. Or, no, I'm good. I just wanted it to be a one-off. Don't sit here and agree to my shit, and then because you ain't making no motherfucking money, you ain't getting no money, you broke as a bitch, you decide, oh, I don't want to do your show because I'm not making any money from throwing my tits, and I don't feel comfortable showing my tits. Well, once again, no one asked you to. You chose to. Just like Mia Khalifa, she want to blame porn for all her problems. No, bitch, you're the problem, not porn. You made a decision to do that scene with the hand jab. You made a decision to sit here and trash porn because you can't find a nigga that want to date you. That ain't got shit to do with porn, bitch. That's you. You not blaming everything and everybody for our shit instead of looking in the goddamn mirror. It's you, bitch. That's why nobody want to date you. It ain't got shit to do with your body count. It ain't got shit to do when you doing porn because these motherfuckers don't see no value in you, period. And it ain't got shit to do with your profession. It's you. That's the problem with women. Y'all lack accountability, even when it comes to porn, even when it comes to y'all stank pussy. Let's go there. No accountability. No accountability. So now, I got that out the way. Let's talk about the main event. There's so much to talk about. As of right now, Iran sent missiles to the U.S. bases. As I told y'all before, when I think I talked about it on the last show, I can't remember. Y'all shouldn't have been surprised that Iran was going to retaliate. If you think that they ain't hit something on the U.S. base, think again. One of them missiles got them and hit. And I done listened to a million think pieces about Iran, the U.S., Israel. Even to my surprise, Candace Owens is condemning Israel. I'm shocked. I know her fan base is going nuts right now. A lot of Democrats are condemning Trump for the bombing. You know how long they've been saying Iran was close to having a nuclear weapon? That how long Netanyahu has been wanting to have a regime change? How long Israel been wanting to take down Iran? And the question I always asked was, okay, why is Iran such a threat? We supposed to be big, bad America. We have the only two countries that even got close to our nuclear ability is Russia and China. Two things will never happen. They will not send a bomb to the United States. One will get shot down before it gets here. So at worst case scenario, they'll bring one over here, like in a suitcase. They will not dare try to bomb over here because if they do, they don't want the full might of the United States. Okay? The only reason why Iran even bombed the United States back was because they had talked to Russia and they got China's back. And so you got two world powers backing you. Why the Netanyahu is so determined to have a regime change? Because they want to put a goat, a Manchurian candidate, a bitch boy in the seat. Someone that they can control, someone that they can dictate. They can't dictate nothing to Iran. They've been trying to take Iran out. They've been trying to take, if you want to be honest, they've been trying to take out the whole Middle East for a long time. First, of course, we had Iraq, after 9/11, Afghanistan, the other countries around it, Israel done attacked. And did we forget Israel sent the first bomb? They the one that bombed Iran first. Because they are so worried. I'm so worried that Iran is going to have a nuclear weapon. Iran has not had a nuclear weapon in God knows how long. The deal that was signed by Obama was to actually save Iran. Trump the one that came out the deal. Because let me tell y'all the real reason the United States is backing Iran and why Iran feel emboldened. Bible, the Bible. And hold on. Because that's the real reason what this is. Hold on. Ted. I want to see it. Ted Cruz said, I'm trying to find the shit. Ted Cruz, in a heated discussion with Tucker Carlson, I'm probably pulling it up right now, said that the Bible said that Israel should be defended. And that if whoever comes to defense of Israel will be blessed. People, this whole war is over Islam versus Christianity. Nobody wants to say it. They want to say everything else. They want to say it got something to do with the nuclear capability. They want to say it's because Netanyahu want regime change. No. What Israel, the United States, and many of these countries that are Christian dominated want to eradicate, destroy Israel, destroy Muslim states. This is about religion. If Iran was a Christian state, we wouldn't have this problem. We wouldn't have this problem. If you notice, for one, Israel, after World War II, the Christian coalition of countries deemed Israel to be the home of the Jews, pushed the Palestinians out of that area into the Gaza. So you basically did, Europe, United States, and all European countries basically did what white settlers did to the Indians. We're going to take your land and put you in a nice little spot called a reservation. The reservation for the Palestinians is the Gaza Strip. The reason why Israel has an issue with Iran, because Iran is the face of the Muslim movement. It's the face. It's the one country that has been able to stand up to Western occupation. But despite the fact that, and I was listening to Myron from Fresh and Fit, I don't agree with that motherfucker that often, but he was bringing up some very good points. Iran signed the deal. Iran did comply to what the United States and NATO and the UN wanted. But nobody protected Iran from Israel. And let me make this clear. Trump wanted to bomb Iran. That 2 days was that 2 weeks. That was bullshit. He wanted to bomb Iran because you want to know why? Because he wanted to see somebody get in there so that they have control of Iran. The United States and Israel want control of the Middle East because there's so much resources, so much stuff. Not only when it comes to oil and certain minerals, but also the drug trade. They have not been able to break Iran in damn near over a century. They have slowly took away Iran's sovereignty. They have slowly took away Iran's allies by so much. And they even took away most of their weapons. So we are allowed to have it. The reasoning why they say they can't have a nuclear weapon, they say, well, because there's so many terrorist organizations and such and such and such and such. How many terrorist organizations we got over here? They don't want Iran to have a nuclear weapon because the United States wants to be the only nuclear power. They don't want Russia to have one. They don't want China to have one. And Israel, if you notice, became emboldened when Trump got in office. You want to know why? Because he know damn good well he wouldn't be able to pull that off with Biden in office or Obama. Now, some people said that Kamala Harris wouldn't have sent the bombs. No, because United States is a Christian country. United States is a Christian country. Who do you think they're going to back? Islam is the minority religion. Look how many different sects of Christianity we got, how many Christian churches, all that. So who do you think the United States is going to back? They were going to back Israel. Now, Iran has sent bombs. Don't be surprised if the talk of boots hitting the ground happens. This is the same president said no war. This is the same president said, if I get in office, The Ukraine war will end day one. If I get in office, this war is going to end. We got the Ukraine-Russian war. Now we got the Iran-Israel war. Israel war. And the United States is front and center. Front and center. Now what's funny is Putin and Trump is on opposite sides because Putin is supporting Iran. Yeah, the Iranian official went to go talk to Putin. North Korea. All these other nuclear powers are saying, Iran, we got you. We're going to give you some nuclear ability. So Trump, you wanted to bomb Iran because you want him to have no nuclear capability, but you just basically awakened the beast because now both Russia and China got what they need. Let's go here. Let's go talk to Iran. Iran needs us. Funny. And if you notice, how Christian is Russia? How Christian is China? They're not beholden to them same laws that we're beholden to. This is the Crusades all over again, ladies and gentlemen. So if more bombs happen to go back and forth at some point, Trump is going to order boots on the ground. Now, the argument is, can he legally bomb Iran? Because technically you're supposed to have the blessing of Congress. Y'all do realize this is Trump, right? Did he not, before he became president, ask, can the president be immune to prosecution of anything that he does as long as it's an official act? So what the fuck Congress gonna say? To him, this is an official act. To him, he's the president. He didn't need Congress backing. And do you really think Congress is going to do anything? The Republicans own the House and the Senate. So you think they're going to cut their nose off to spite their face? You think they're going to do anything to Donald Trump in any way, shape, form, or fashion? No. They're not. They're not going to. The reason why, because once again, you're not a good Christian if we don't back Israel. You don't believe in God if you don't back Israel. But it's okay for Israel to fire missiles. It's okay for Israel to attack the Palestinians, saying that no, we're trying to disable or dismantle Hamas, which y'all put in power. See, that's the part that no one wants to say out loud. Israel and the United States gave the power to Hamas. They allowed Hamas to be the governing body of the Gaza. So y'all made your enemy, and because the enemy don't want to kiss your ass, now they're enemy. Israel has been emboldened for years to take the Middle East because, bottom line, Israel wants to be the power, the biggest power in the Middle East, because you want to know why? Because the Bible said so. Because the Bible said so. Because the Bible said so. It's in the Bible. Let's take a look, Chef. Hold on. We have Sham. Hold on, let's go here. Shem. Let's take a look, shall we? Let's go. Y'all understand how deep this goes, people? It's crazy. This is Shem. He is the father. He is the father of the Israelites, of the Jews. Son of Shem, Elam. You know what I'm saying? Because of what happened with Ham, who supposedly raped Noah in his sleep. Noah decreed that all his other sons Jessup and Ham, would have to be in accordance and in service of the favored son, which is Shem. Do you understand the Jewish people, the Israelites, have been holding on to this shit for I don't know how long? They've been holding on to this shit for I don't know how long, bro. Do you understand that the sons of Jessup, a.k.a. the white folk, been using the Bible as a reason to enslave black folk? You supposed to be in service of us because y'all the cursed people because of Ham. He wanted to suck Noah's dick while Noah was asleep. So this war is based around religion. The basis of it. Everything else is extra. But Israel want Christianity to be the dominant religion in the Middle East. Because name one Christian. Do you realize Israel's the only Christian country in the Middle East? I do realize that, right? Everything else is Islam, including Saudi Arabia. That region been at war for I don't know how long. It's because of religion. I don't see the other Israel states fighting each other. I don't see the other Islam states fighting each other. Who is Iran at war with in the Middle East other than Israel? Actually, Iran helped us against ISIS. But they don't want to tell y'all that. And it's funny because, like I said, they've been wanting a different regime change for the longest because you want to know why. They want every country to be a democracy. So you can't even decide how you want your country because I remember the same bullshit back in the 60s and 50s. They were talking about communism. Communism was so rapid that they decided to follow Malcolm X and Martin Luther King and dub them as communists because they didn't want black people to have rights. And do I think that part of this bomb was to the reason why the bomb was to distract us from what's going on at home? You could say that. It helped because what we're talking about. They ain't talking about ice raids no more. So we're now at the beginning stages of a war. Beginning stages of a war. And trust me on this, it's about to be crazy. Actuality, y'all need to check out, let me see my boy. Check out Andrew Bustamante. He got a lot of good knowledge when he talking about this whole shit. When it comes to, he had a whole bunch of think pieces. They are very good. You know, y'all need to check it out. He's been on Flagrant with Andrew Schultz. And he talking some real shit when it comes to the Middle East and broke down a lot of stuff that I didn't even think about my damn self because I am very knowledgeable about this conflict. between Israel and Iran have been going on for decades, since World War II. And like I said, again, part of the reason why Iran has an issue with Israel, because thanks to the United States and Great Britain, they basically just took Palestinian land, Muslim land, and gave it to the Israelites. And two, let's make this clear. The Bible is the Bible. We're not talking modern day. We're not talking modern day. This ain't ancient Israel. This ain't the same Israel that the Bible talking about. This is a modern day Israel. This is different. So all I'm gonna say is this: God, I hope boots don't hit the ground, but some tell me by the end of this year we're going to get that. We're going to invade Iran because Trump want this, Netanyahu want this. They want to change the regime. This ain't got shit to do with nuclear capability. This ain't got shit to do with terrorism. This is about they want a regime change. They want to put a puppet in to control that region. Because bottom line, the ultimate goal is to make the whole region Christianified. And that's just a fact. Y'all can say what the fuck you want. I'm down that hill. They want to make this place Christianified. They want it to be a Christian state. They want to push Muslims out. Trust me, it burns the fuck out of Israel. It burns the fuck out of the United States. That whole region is dominated by Islam. The only reason why they even deal with Saudi Arabia because Saudi Arabia got too much fucking oil. Iran barely got a military. They got a decent military, but not nothing that they can go against the United States. And then here's the other part. Did they actually destroy the uranium? Because let's be real, we're getting the news from one side. We haven't heard from Iran yet. We don't know if they destroyed any of that nuclear capability they got. They're telling us that. We don't know. We don't know. So now with that being said, my thought is simply this, right? My thought is this, right? That bottom line, it's going to be interesting because, see, the other part of this is that Trump said no wars. He ain't even been in a year and we're in the midst of 2 wars. Actually, possibly, if you want to be technical about it, if he's going to help Israel, and which in turn going to put him at odds with Russia, at some point, he's going to have to help Ukraine. Which is going to put him at odds with Putin even more. Because the European people are going to get tired of this Ukraine war. And they're going to be like, well, you went to go help Israel. Why don't you helping these motherfuckers? Let me make this clear. Trump is about to cost the Republican Party the House and the Senate. Now, if they get the House and the Senate, the Democrats, Trump will get impeached. And ain't a damn thing he can do about it. Because there's such thing called the Constitution that still holds weight as long as it's not the Republican Party in office. And as much as Republicans disagree with the bombing or disagree with the war, as they say, they will not openly say that shit because they're afraid their daddy is going to be mad at them. You saw how Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz couldn't even argue the point with Tucker Carlson. He knows nothing about Iran. All he knows is, I was told when I was a kid that we should protect Israel because it's the holy land for the Christians. That lets you know you can't win the argument if you got to go to religious preferences. But that's how many of these motherfuckers think. That the United States think, that's how the government think. I keep telling everybody, church and state is not separated. It's in the same. Our laws is based off of church rituals, church morality. The reason why you got an issue with homosexuality is because the Bible supposedly said so, or your preacher said so. So once again, Christianity proves my point. It is the most violent religion of all the religions, including Islam. Because it seems like to me a lot of times the Islamics are reacting more so being proactive. Because it's funny how he didn't say shit to Israel when they bombed Iran. You want to know why? Because Netanyahu felt emboldened because he knows that all these Christian states are going to back me. They're not going to turn against the motherland. Let's see. So I'm curious to see. Be ready because, see, y'all were talking about a recession. Oh, it's about to be one. Because guess what? It was a reason why he wanted this big budget bill. Because they were planning to go to war with Iran. They needed the money to build the war machines to do so. Why is it that every time the bill come up, it's always military? Because the United States know our biggest, greatest asset is our military. Somebody gonna need it. And like I said again, America, we keep saying we don't want Iran to have nuclear capabilities, but they're not allowed to have nuclear power that could help them advance their culture and help bring their cities and state and country to a more modern significance. You do realize that Saudi Arabia used nuclear power for their electricity and so forth. Many of these other countries in the Middle East does so. It's funny how they want to keep Iran as a third country. No, let me tell you what ended up happening, actually. After we bomb the fuck out of Iran, after we go in and take over Iran, guess what we're going to end up doing? It ain't going to be Israel that's going to build it back up. It's going to be America. It's going to be us that build up Iran. It's going to be us that build up Iran. Just like when we destroyed Japan, we built Japan. Look what Japan is. We helped make China the industrial giant they are. We literally pushed Russia to be the power they are. We forced them to change it being democratic. They got rid of the communists. Technically, it's still a communist society. They just disguise it with a democratic process. We make our own enemies, but then get mad when the motherfuckers don't want to act in the way that we want them to. We made Bin Laden because we betrayed his crew that helped free Afghanistan from the Russians. And what's going to end up happening is once they do that with Iran, the Middle East is going to come unstable again. It's going to be a new terrorist group. They're going to come from out of nowhere, and we got to deal with that. And it's going to be made by who? Our wonderful President 47. So when another terrorist attack hit the United States, you can thank Trump. Because 9 out of 10 is going to come from the destruction of Iran. And like I said, what's going to be funny is after we destroy Iran, after we go in and take out the regime, we're going to put a puppet in and we're going to rebuild the whole country. And Israel will not have a hand in rebuilding shit. They ain't even going to put no money up to rebuild that country. It's going to be us. Trump sees opportunity for him to get a hotel in Iran, a golf course in Iran, money in Iran. And do I believe that our wonderful, the lady that didn't make Kamala Harris when they bombed him? Yeah. She would have had no choice. Because America is going to back Israel because we are Christianified from the Pacific to the Atlantic. We're going to back our Christian brothers. That's what this is about. Christianity versus Islam. There you go. Now, so I'm like I said, they just bombed. And now here's the funny part: I haven't heard any news of any damage. And let's just make this clear: the American news ain't gonna tell us if the missiles hit targets. I'm sure that they did. I'm positive that it hit one or two. Not all the missiles got through, but I'm pretty sure one or two did. Nowhere in here that our defense system that good that all their missiles got shot down. And expect more bombing. And expect Russia to give them weapons. Now, Mr. Donald Trump, I'm going to ask you a question, you motherfucking red son of a bitch. If your friend Putin decides to supply Iran weapons, are you going to attack Russia? Are you going to sanction Russia? No, you're not. You're going to be like, well, you know, Russia sees an opportunity. You ain't going to do shit. You haven't stopped the motherfucker from attacking Ukraine, nor bringing him to the table for Ukraine. Ukraine about to lose a whole bunch of land because you don't want to piss off your boy Putin. But guess what, Trump? At some point in these next 3 years, you're going to have to go against Putin head on. And we're going to see what kind of president or tough guy you really is, buddy. Because when you're going to have to face off against this motherfucker, we're going to see your bravado. Because apparently you got bravado for everybody else but that motherfucker. You got bravado for everybody else but anyone that's a dictator, including Netanyahu. Stop playing. So now, enough about the war. Let's get some laughing. Let's get some comedy. Last night, I saw the most ghetto-ish shit in my fucking life. Hold on. Let's take a look. Last night, Charleston White, Adin, fake-ass conservative cracker, Ross, Adin, want to be black, Ross, through another boxing event. Now, the main event was supposed to be Kesha Red, whatever his name is, one half of the Island Boys versus Charleston White. Now, apparently, you two been having beef for the longest. Now, the last event had the Island Boys go against each other. This time, it was Charleston White versus the Island Boys. So let's take a look at what happened. And what happened was Charleston White, Charleston White made the boy quit. Let's go.
Oh, y'all balance. I'll balance.
I can't see. He can't see out his. Oh! Yeah! Come on! Come on!
30 seconds!
Come on!
Let's go up!
Come on!
He's giving up.
He's giving up!
Ain't no timeout.
He's giving up!
It's over!
Ain't no timeout! Ain't no fucking timeout!
It's over!
Ain't no timeout in the box.
Ain't no timeout! Ain't no timeout!
Ain't no timeout in the box.
Charleston White. Now, understand this. I watched it because I want to see Charleston White fight because he talked so much shit. I'm not the biggest Charleston White fan, but I don't like the Island Boys neither. Charleston White made old people like myself proud because he showed old man. The bitch was tired. Okay, first of all, Charleston White was tired as shit. Okay, he was tired as fuck. You can say it. But that straight white made Island Boys sit the fuck down. So people need to put some respect on Charleston White names because he showed he got hands now. Now, will we ever see him fight again? I don't know. Now, he did say he was going to sue Island Girl's girlfriend. Island Girl's girlfriend for spitting on his woman, right? And I find it just so hilarious because I'm like, damn. But the Island Boy he got his ass whooped, dog. I'm not even going to lie. And it was 2 rounds. So there you go. So I'm sitting here. Now, the thing I want to show you in this fight was how ratchet this shit was, man. How fucking ratchet this was. Let me show you how. Hold on, let's see. Trying to find it. I watched it yesterday. Okay, yesterday. Oh, damn. I can't find it. Okay. Back to my point. This was like the most ratchetest shit I've ever seen in my damn life. Like, the fight, well, I think Scam likely enough. That was probably the best fight of the night, honestly. In the middle, you know how they had, like, the middle of the ring, you know, it had the breaks between the rounds. Some white chick was twerking in front of the other dude. I was in the like, wait a second. He got his own twerker? Like, she was literally twerking. Not on beat, but she was twerking. I was dying out laughing, yo. I was like, man, you can't make this shit up. But once again, we love us some Adin Ross because he's ratchet. Swear but now he's the most conservative motherfucker on the planet. But he is probably, honestly, the most garbage ass nigga I know, and that's just my opinion. But I respect, I give him that respect. He does his thing, but I just found that funny as fuck. And like I said again, it was. Then on top of that, it was like 3 fights that broke out throughout the whole show. You had a bunch of girls about to fight each other. You had a girl about to fight a dude. Then you had Charleston White crew about to fight somebody. And like I said before, it's just, we love ratchet too goddamn much. That's the problem with us, man. We love ratchet shit too much. We have no decorum in this country, man. I swear. To where motherfuckers that stream like they do are able to make millions. And I'm not talking about Carson Nat, I'm talking about Adin Ross and motherfuckers like this who sit here on that conservative racism bullshit. Period. It's amazing that people like Charles White is able to become famous. People with no talent, your only talent is to be ratchet as fuck, and it just made, and that's what I knew millionaires. A bunch of ratchet ass niggas. So I glad whoever did put it on YouTube, because I wouldn't have paid for that bullshit. But not only that, it makes a mockery of one of the greatest sports of all time, boxing. So you ever pay these no-name piece of shits who are streamers, who are looking for a quick payday and a little bit of fame, that's willing to goddamn kill themselves to get it, instead of paying actual professionals to do an actual boxing match? Adin Ross, you are a culture vulture. Y'all can sit here and say Vlad all you want to. You can sit here and say Adam 22. But Adin Ross is the biggest culture vulture I've ever seen. Because for him to be so conservative, you so Trump, you for this, You love having black people around you so you can make some money off of us, right? But won't speak up for niggas for shit. Damn shame. Now, next up, B. Simone. Now, it's been a while since I talked about her. And this was hilarious to hear this. So let's take a listen to what B. Simone was saying, and I'll give you my thoughts afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Like, just my finances.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like, I notice it in me now, just nitpicking. And it's not even, I just don't have it like to spend the liquid.
Yeah.
I'm used to having liquid. I'm used to seeing a certain amount in my account, but just my finances. Like, the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing.
Never
I've
like that.
never been like that.
Interesting. You know something? When you think that she can't say anything more dumber, she sometimes outdo herself. So I both feel sympathy because you ain't making the money that you used to make. That you can't go to Bloomingdale's, you can go to H&M, which last I checked, H&M is actually expensive as fuck. I give you say you went to Rose's or even Walmart. And that just ain't that ain't the end all be all. Hold on. Let's see here. Let me see. Hold on. Something else that she talked about. Hold on, give me one sec. Now, okay, I had to pull that up before I pull this up. So before I play this, let me holler at y'all for a minute. B. Simone at one point was getting money, she was making money. The problem that happened with B. Simone is what happened to most ladies. The money stops. Everybody has their cycle of fame, their cycle of stardom. Let's make that clear. So what happened is that B. Simone ain't making any money no more. She's not popping anymore. No one's checking for her, no one talking about her. So when this happens and you're one that lives off of being viral, see, that's the problem with a lot of these porn girls right now. Y'all want to go viral so bad, but don't know how to capitalize on the viral to where it lasts, where the money, the opportunity, or what have you can expand to greater things. B. Simone is not the funniest person on the planet. She is cute, but she's not funny. She's not a great comedian. So she's not making money no more. She's not getting money no more. But that's why she was saying what she was saying. And that what happened to a lot of girls. You have a lot of these girls that sit here, they making millions. Then all of a sudden the money slows up. The lifestyle you were living, you can't keep up with. Now you got to downsize. And guess what you end up doing? Now, when you was posting going to Dubai, when you was posting doing this, you ain't posting at that no more. We don't hardly see you posting anymore. But here it is.
Shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
What?
Trying it again with the right people, with the right friend, with the right man, with the people that truly love you. I literally talked about that. I said, I want to do what I used to do I told you I missed that.
You did.
Oh my God, yearning for it. And I know God is going to bring that back tenfold, but
that was another point in our relationship.
Yeah.
Recently, I have this opportunity and I called you and I told you about it. And you were just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted.
Like,
I was so convicted.
you were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous. But like, will we be able to do what we did before?
Yeah.
Will it happen for us again?
Yeah.
And that's when that's how we got on the conversation of you letting go of the hurt and not being traumatized by your past.
Because we went through all the emotions. Like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm just, I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that.
You know what she sound like? I didn't like the fact you left me behind. I don't like the fact that I wasn't involved in your come up. Because my come up had stopped. Yeah, she was jealous of her friend's success because she's not having any right now. Like she said, this whole year so far has been hell for her because she haven't been able to make the money that she wanted to, make the moves that she wanted to make or be able to make. So when her friend came and stepped to her, she felt some type of way because it wasn't her and the girl didn't pull her. B. Simone has fell off, ladies and gentlemen. This is what it looks like when you fall off. This is what happens when you fall off. Now, I give her credit for admitting how jealous she was. Because a lot of people ain't gonna admit that shit. But yeah, as a friend, you should be happy for your friend's accomplishment. My best friend, Shrimp, got a group called Southern Boys. I'm so proud of that nigga. I am happy for that nigga. I don't feel some type of way because he right now doing shows and doing well on the music tip. I'm fucking happy. He deserves it. You didn't hear me when he called say, oh, that's nice, dog. Sound like I'm mad or upset. See, women compete in ways that men don't. And this proves it. She wanted it to be her. Now, the question is, if it was her opportunity, would she have grabbed her best friend? I don't think so. She was mad because it was an opportunity for both of them, meaning that, damn, somebody else got my shine. Somebody else got my spotlight. If we humble ourselves, you'd be surprised what might happen in the wake of our humbleness. The reason why you fell off, B. Simone, because you're just not that good to stay on. The only thing good about you is that you're good looking as fuck. That's it, boo. Sorry. Some of you women get mad when guys say y'all made it off your looks. Yeah, because you ain't got shit else. Who the fuck is going to see B. Simone tell jokes? Nobody. She ain't been shit since that day wilding out. Every podcast she done did done fell off. She don't have any other talent. At least Mandy B was smart enough to not only maintain the same decisions, but also she produced other shit. She found other ways and found other talents. B. Simone, you better off getting OnlyFans, boo, and busting it open because I don't see you doing much else. You're not as funny. There's nothing comedic about you. It's fucking amazing. So, I'm done. I think I talked about enough and gave y'all enough. I don't know. There ain't nothing else for me to talk about. I don't think. So, yeah, we good. So, oh, and there might be, from what I understand, by this time, it might be the case for Diddy might be resolved, and we might have a verdict by the end of the week. And let's just say if the verdict comes back this week, expect it to be guilty and expect Puff Daddy to get some time. I don't see him getting 25 years. He probably get 5 to 10 years. I don't see that they throwing the book at him like that, to be honest with you. I'll be surprised. If they do, they probably get an appeal and it'll probably lessen the case. So there you go. So I'm done. So what y'all need to know? Yo, first off, you need to subscribe to the place where the conversation gets saucy, the tits pop out, dildos might pop out. You'll know what pop off unless you subscribe. I'm talking about a premium smoke room, 4 premium podcasts, special events. I even go live on X to show you what you get. And yo, it's a great deal going on right now. You can get the first month for $6.25. The first month. You feel me? Also, I do raffles for my followers to see if they get discounts to get a premium smoke subscription. You feel me? Also, you can check out my XXX store where I give ladies, where you can see my work, is I give ladies the work. Is Big Dicks Growing the Sticks. That's what they call it, Big Country. Also on Spotify, I got a members section over there. Had the Smoke on it, where I give my unapologetic opinion on a certain topic, as well as Savage Smoke, as I talk to the industry top male talents and producers, as we discuss the porn industry from a male's perspective, as well as a whole bunch of other stuff for you to binge, listen, and watch over there on Spotify. So whether it's premium smoke, had the smoke on, or Savage Smoke, either way, get that smoke. You feel me? With that being said, you know how I end these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. We out to next week.